What's up, YouTube? Let's do the New York Times hard Sudoku puzzle for September 27th, 2025. Before we start, be sure to subscribe for more Sudoku videos like this. And if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself, there is a link in the description. So with that said, let's fill the grid. Okay, so let's see. We have 7 and 7 looking into this box, and these two 7s look over, so that's a 7 right there. 8 is looking up here, but can still go in these 3. We have two 5s up here looking across, so 5 and 5 can be penciled in right there. Let's see what else. What else? So we got two 6s right here. 6s in one of these two cells. I don't see a whole lot else this way. This 3, 4, and 5 in this box. This actually looks like the New York Times trick here. 4, 5, and 3 have to go in these 3 cells. So if you think about it, the column needs 4, 5, and 3. There's only 3 cells available. It can't go in any of these 3. We already have 7, 9, and 6 in this column, so these 3 cells have to be 4, 5, and 3. This one could be all 3 of those. This could be 3, 5, but not 4. And this could be 3, 4, but not 5. Okay, so that means this is going to be a triple, and that triple is 1, 2, and 8. And it looks like 2 and 8 see this cell, so that's a 1. It's going to put 1 up here somewhere. And this is going to be the 2, 8 pair, which we can't resolve yet. So now 7, 9, and 6 go in these 3 cells. 7 is over here, so that means 7 is forced up into this cell, and this is going to be 6, 9. So that looks like all we can do with that. This 4 does look up, and this 4 looks across, so 4 is in this cell or this cell in this box. And 4 points up here, and this 4 points across. So 4 is in one of these two cells here. That points over here and places a 4 in this box. Those two 4s point down to this box. And so 4 is in one of these two cells here. And actually this 4 looks down into this box, and this 4 looks across. So 4 is in one of these two cells. So I'm going to come back up here. And let's just look at this row. It's down to 3, so that's going to be 2, 7, and 8. And 7 and 8 see this cell, so this is 2. And that's 7 and 8, that's 7 and 8. So we have a 7, 8 pair to finish out that row. All right, so we got 4, 6. So now, oh no, 6 is in one of these two cells. 4, 5, we got that. 2. All right. So 5 is going to be in one of these two cells here. All right, I don't think there's much else to look at up here, but I do see a couple rows. Like down here, this bottom row is down to 4, so let's think about that. We need a 4, 6, 7, 9 to fill out this row. So if this is just 6, 9, this is 4, 6, or 9, not a 7. This is just 6, 7, and this is 4, 6, 7, 9. So that bottom row was filled out. This column is actually down to 4 as well. So let's look at that. We need a 1, 4, 6, 9. And 1, 4, and 6 see this cell, so that's nice. That is a 9. So this is a 1, 4, or 6. This is just 4, 6. This is 1, 6. Okay, so we do have a 9 though, and this 9 point over here, so 9's in one of these two cells. This box is down to 4, so let's think about that. We need a 3, 6, 7, and 8. This is, both of these cells here are just 3, 6, 8. Both of these right here. This is 3, 7, or 8, not a 6. And this is 7, 8. So this is fully marked up. All right, so let's move down to this stack, or this band, I mean. I don't think there's, it doesn't look like there's a lot to see here, but we'll just check. 8 looks across. 8 can still be in these 3 cells. 4 is limited in this box here to these 2 cells. And it's limited to these 2 cells over here. 5 can go in these 3. 7s we have 1. Not seeing anything with that. So let's move down here. We do have 2 3s that look across, so 3's in one of these 2 cells. We got the 4's marked. 2 could still go anywhere in here. 8 can go anywhere in here. What about 3? 3, I don't see anything there. Let's just look at this again. We have this 6, 9 pair here, so we do want to remember that 9's point, and this 9 looks down, so 9 is in one of these 2 cells. And we don't have any other 9's over here, so 9's pretty wide open over here, and 6 can go in these 4. We don't have any other 6's looking down here, so that's fine. Maybe let's look at this row here. This row is down to 5, so it does still need 5. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 for this row. So let's go through the cells. 1, 2, 6. This can't be 3 or 5. That looks pretty wide open. 1, 2. That looks pretty wide open too, but this one here, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. So this is just 2, 6, and this is just 1, 2, 6. This is pretty wide open. This is pretty wide open except for 5. So it could be 1, 2, 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 6. But this one, yeah, so we don't have any triple or quad going on there. I don't see any columns or rows or boxes that are down to 4. So let's look at, and like there's a lot of digits here. Like this 2 can still go in these 3 as far as I can tell. And if you go up here, it can go in any of these 4. You know, the 5 looks down here, but it could go in any of these 3. All right, so let's start at the top here. Both of these boxes, we have this filled out. This box and this box, this is down to 6, so that's even worse than this. But actually this column is down to 5, so we could look at that column. But let's look at this box. We have 5 and 9 marked. We still need 3 other digits to pencil. So 1 is one of them, and that's going to go in any of the 5 cells. 2 is restricted to these 4. We got 3, 4. We got 5 marked. We got 6, 7 in the box. 8 is restricted to these 3 cells, and 9 we have marked. So we have 1, 2, 5, 1, 2, 8, 1, 5, 8. Let's look at this. We have a 3 here. This is 1, can't be 2, 3, can't be 4, could be 5, can't be 6, 7, could be 8, and it can't be 9. So we have a 1, 5, 8 right here. Do we have a 1, 8 or a 1, 5? Let's maybe look at this. Well, this is going to be a 3 possibly though. 1, 5, 8. All right. All right, let's go over here. Let's look at this column. This column. We need a 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So right here, 2, 4, 6, 9. So this is just 2, 8. I think the other cells, well, this is down to 2, 6. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. This could be any one of those 5 digits. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So this is just 2, 2, 4, 8. But this cell here can be any of those 5. So we got a 2, 4, 8 here though. We do have one. This is down to 1, 2, 5, 1, 2, 8, 1, 5, 8, and this is down to 2, 8. So that is actually a quad right there in this row, which means that this can't be an 8 and this can't be a 1. So look at that. We have 1, 2, 5. This cell is down to 1, 2, 5 only. This cell is down to 1, 2, 8 only. This is down to 1, 5, 8 only, and this is down to 2, 8 only. So we can eliminate 8 from here. We can eliminate 1 from here. And 1 was restricted to these 2 cells right here. So it has to go here now. And this is going to be either a 3 or 7. Okay, so this 1 now points over here. So neither of these can be 1 now. 1, 2, 5, 8. Okay. So this can't be 8 anymore. What does that mean? So this cell is filled out. This has been filled out because we filled out that column. This is only 3, 7. So the 2 can only go here in this box. And that does point down to this cell, which we had down to 2, 6. So that does let us place a 6 right there. That resolves this 6, 9 pair. So now 9 is going to be in one of these 2 cells. What about 6? What about 6? It doesn't really seem to do much else down here. All right, so this is 2, 4, 8 only. Actually, this can't be a 2. This can only be a 4, 8. So let's look at the rest of this row. Let's go back to this row here. So now that we placed a 6, what can this be? We can actually look at the column as well, but let's look at the row first. We need a 1, 2, 3. Oh, the 6 here. The 6 points over here. We have a 6 here. So 6 and 6. That means 6 is in one of these 2 cells. And that points at this cell here, which is down to 6, 9. So that's a 9. Okay. All right, this is a very unusual solve here. seem like we're resorting to some desperate techniques here pretty early in the puzzle. But this is a 9. Okay, so 9 has to be here now. 9 and 9 point into this box. We got two 9s looking down, so that's a 9. 4, 6, 7 for the bottom row. The 9 points back up here and makes that a 2. This must be a 9 now, right? Because we have a 9 right here, so this is 9. The 2 points over here and gives us a 4, 8, which matches this 4, 8 right here. Now this can't be a 2. Why? Why can that not be a 2? This can't be a 2. I don't know why I don't have that penciled as a 2. It should be penciled as a 2. However, this 2 points across, and neither of these cells can be a 2. This one obviously can't be a 2, and this can't be a 2 because of the... Or no, this could be a 2. No, it can't be. It can't be because this cell is down to 2, 8. This cell is down to 1, 5, 8. This is down to 1, 2, 8. So this is 1, 2, 5. So that quad, those are the only 4 cells for those 4 digits. Those are the only 4 digits that can go in those cells. And that is why this is not a 2. And the only other place in this box for 2 is right here. Okay, I'm confusing myself here. All right, so... and this 2 removes 2 from the quad. So we have a 1, 5, 8 right here, which eliminated the 8 from this part of the quad. Yeah, so for this row, I'm still confusing myself on this, but I know that that's right because we had filled out this entire row and we had that quad there. All right, so we have 1, 5, 8, 3, 7. All right, where am I going here? Where am I going? Oh, 2. 2 and 2 now look into this box. So this is a 2. So let's see, 7, 6. We have 6 marked, 2, 4, 7, 9. So 9 is going to be in one of these 2 cells right here. We got 2 9s looking in. Let's look at this row now. This row is down to 1, 3, and 5. And 1 and 5 see this cell. So this has to be a 3. That means this is 5. That means this is 1. All right, 3 points up here and makes that 7. And this is 3. So that gives us a 6, 8 pair right here. That makes this a 7. And this is 8. The 8, 6 pair points over here. Or if you prefer, we've just placed the 8. So now this can't be an 8. Either way, it's a 4. This is 3. This is now 8. 3 in the box removes 3 from there. 5 in the box means that this is a 4. Now this is 6, which means this is 1. Oh, that's 6, which means this is 1 and this is 4. The 6 over here is placed. Let's come back over here. This is a 2, 9. 2, 9. All right, let's come over here. Let's look at the column. We need a 1, 3, 5 for the column. So that's 3, 5. That's also 3, 5. So this must be a 1. This is 8 and this is 5. Now this is 5 right here. This is 3. This here is not 5 anymore. We do have a triple. We do have a triple here, so let's look at that first. We need a 1, 4, 6. This has to be a 6. We have 1 and 4 pointing at that cell. So now this is this was only a 4, 6, so now it has to be a 4, and this has to be the 1. So we're down to 3, 8 here. So 3 goes here, 8 goes here. The 8 resolves the 2, 8 pair. 2 finishes out this row. this is going to be a 4, 5. So the 4 goes here. We need a 4 in the row and it can't go here. So that's a 4. That's a 5. Let's see. We have a 6, 7 pair left. So the 7 goes here, 6 goes here. That points up here and resolves the 6, 8 pair. Let's see. We got 2 pairs here. This column. Let's look at that. We need a 2 and a 5. So the 5 points here. That's a 2. That's a 5. That's 2 and 9. And we need a 3, 8 here. So this is 8. This is 3. And 1 and 9 is what's left. So this is the 1 and this is the 9. Okay, that was a tricky puzzle. I mean, I feel like I went through, like, we did have the New York Times trick right here. Okay, so that gave us the 4, 5, 3 that we could pencil here. We got the triple, hidden pair, a couple hidden pairs down here. And then I think we filled out, not all, but a lot of the top band. But then going through just normal scanning top to bottom didn't really get us very far. So I felt like I was going, like resorting to looking at rows and columns that were down to 4 and sometimes 5 candidates and just starting to fill in the whole grid, which can be a real tedious way to solve it and not always the most helpful way to solve it. But fortunately up here, I saw this 1, 2, 5, 8 quad, which was very helpful because it eliminated all 4 of those digits from this cell. And I think that was what, that allowed me to place a 1 here. And I think that was the key. I think there might have been a couple other spots that were key after that. But it just seemed like it was a very methodical way, or not methodical, but like, I don't want to say tedious, but like it just seemed like it took a while for me to kind of work my way through that puzzle. Ended up being 20 minutes. It's not too bad, but let me know how you did in the comments and what you thought of this puzzle, and I will see you next time.